Hello, beautiful explorers. Thank you for being here. This is the Mystic Maze, and this is another brand new adventure for you, in which you will be picking a card in here, driven by your intuition to connect with your higher self and have your message, hopefully. So, first of all, thank you if it is the first time. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for all the people I have in my mind, Daniela and also Tanya, and many more of you that are supporting me on the channel. So thank you very much. The question today is about what's the advice on your situation. So I feel like sometimes we have complicated things and we do need a fresh perspective. And let's start with pile 1. This is the eternal self, maze number 1. This is for the divine getaway for pile number 2. And this is clearing your space, pile number 3. So if you need more time, you can also pause the video for sure and find your peaceful corner. And whenever you're ready, you can click in the description box the timestamps and you will find me in your maze. So let's start the adventure and you will find me there. Dear pile 1, how are you, dear explorer? This is the card that you just picked and is Eternal Self number 23. So this is very about the third eye that you have in your mystical path. So I don't know what type of information and situation or decisions. With this eternal self, I'm feeling like this is a big matter. I'm feeling like that this situation is touching many points. It's like it has triggered you somehow. And I'm feeling like right now you have in front of you, I'm feeling like 2 options. And there sounds like opposite. I don't know. That's the vibe that I get. And it's really about the self, something that is very deep in here. So I want to see the situation. We have the King of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. And the 8 of Wands. This one wants to come out, so okay, 5. We have another 8, the 8 of Cups. I feel like this is the main energy in here. So let's start. This is super interesting. We have 3, 8, 1, 2, and 3 to start with. All of them represent some kind of movement and precise moment depicted in the image. So the 8 is the self, so it's some sort of representation also for some kind of path that you are seeing right now, that you are able to see. And I feel like in here, I don't know if you see, this is a key. So also the thread in here is very clear, is bringing you to your key. This is so funny. And I feel like it's under the moon, so there is, in this moment, no way out. But if you look closer, I mean, with another perspective, it's like you may be able to see the key. The key is there. So I feel like you already have your key in here. So there's nothing more to say about that. I feel like the way you are discovering and reaching this key is the most important step for you. How you get there, not getting there, because you already have some sort of solution, under the moon. So it's still mysterious in this moment, in this image. But you have many cups and you started to travel. It's like a wanderer. And also this King of Wands is giving me the sensation of movement again, because even though he's here with a little dragon, I'm feeling like with this wand is like a wanderer, physically the appearance is very similar sometimes. And I'm feeling fire energy, so of movement, of conquering something, ready for a brand new adventure, for being very ambitious and enlarge, you know, the borders of the kingdom, you know. Very proactive figure here. And I feel like the situation is very on fire, so actions are required. Also very good for explorations. I feel like with 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Wands, I feel like movement and recalculating your route on something. This is like very personal because we have emotions, but with the Horse of Pentacles, so for pragmatical, financial, and I feel like I'm including also house, expenses, I don't know, maybe you're moving somewhere, but I feel like you are conflicted. The 5 of Swords in here is like victory at the same time, but also, as you can see in the card, there is no one, you know, fighting against someone. So it's very mental. The conflicts are in your mind, in your brain, in your subconscious. Is very detailed, this reading, so take it and apply to your case as long as you feel it resonates. I want a clarification. We have the 6 of Wands to describe this situation. I want, you know, a better view on it. We do have the King of Cups and the Strength card. Very interesting. So we have the 4 of Wands. You know, by the way, back of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups. So I'm picking the energies that you may be in some sort of, you know, independent path where you are thinking for yourself and you put yourself first. And this is very important and beautiful, by the way, pile 1. I'm feeling that this is like for success. I feel like you are trying to balance something in here. So the situation is about creativity, if it is related to work, or emotions, and being able to be supportive. So, and you can also be your own supporter, you know. I'm feeling like, yes, male energies that I perceive with 2 kings. So I don't know, in your case, I'm feeling like many strong energies and personality, by the way, because we also have Strength cards. So I don't know if many people are involved in here. I do think so, because we have a celebration, a 6 of Wands, and another celebration, the 4 of Wands, that are for social events. So I feel like other people are included in here, but we are making a progress, okay, in your situation. So you're moving to this 8 to this 9 of Cups with the cut and 9 cups in a blackboard. So very precise. They are there at your use. It's like you're feeling okay in the status that you are right now. You want to stay on your own, and I feel like you can be very supportive, or you have many gifts to make, you know, liquids, and I feel like you want some kind of moving towards, and the 4 of Wands is also for marriage. So I don't know if we're speaking about a love situation. We have few cups, very in the opening energies of the situation. So I don't know if there's a choice that you're making, a decision that you're making based on emotions that you are balancing right now. And I feel like this is the culmination for you in this moment, in this depiction. So it's number 9, very close to 10. So quite at the end of a process. And I don't know if this connected with this one could be moving, so also physically moving from your town, or just, I don't know. But as I told you in the beginning, with this King of Wands is like a wanderer. And again, we have another trouble in here, inside of yourself, to reach your key, you know. And right now I want to ask 4 cards for an advice and a final dice for you. For pile number 1, what is the advice? We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Hierophant, marriage here. I don't know. Many males, many male energies. The King of Cups, so twice. And we have the 9 of Pentacles, another 9. King of Swords, many kings, so very male centered this reading. I'm picking the cards are telling a story, and the story starts with many options, so also fantasizing. So I don't know if you have too many options in front of you, or you are not able to see them properly. With the Seven of Cups is like being Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if you remember about the story, you know, the book or movie. So you have two options. You go with the flow, and you will never get lost because you don't have a goal, a specific goal, you know, to reach. Or on the other end, you start doing some calculations, some planning, you know, and making a list or something like that. So this is also much more about fantasizing, having fantasies, options. So I'm feeling like we have many kings. We also have the King of Swords, so very mental, very witty, such an adventurer, so very adventurous personality. And then we have the Hierophant and the King of Cups, so that are meant for stability. So I don't know if you have many wooers, you know, that are courting you, but I feel like in here you are looking for structure, so, and traditional things. This is like for bringing you back to your roots. This is the advice in here. So no matter how many options do you have, but stay centered for your eternal self. This is like a possible message for you, a possible key. Then we have the King of Cups again, and the Nine of Pentacles. Very opposite, by the way. So very supportive, very for, yes, flirtalicious as personality, but I'm feeling like also very generous in the emotions, in the, you know, sharing special moments. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, so again, very similar to this Nine of Cups, so very about you staying on your own, thinking of your own pragmatical tasks and projects. So I'm feeling like habits in here. I'm feeling like your house, your habits, your, you know, items that you're taking care of, people that you're taking, also family. And I'm feeling like this is also a very independent card. So I would like to see one dice, mind volume. Dear Explorer, pile one. What's the advice? What's the final key to this maze today? This one. We have an egg. We have an egg. So egg is for prosperity, but also for a rebirth. So this was everything for the moment, beautiful explorer. Thank you for sharing your time with me. You have my blessings, and I hope to see you soon. Hello, pile 2. This is the Divine Getaway number 7. This is so bluish. I hope that you see it. Very peculiar. I'm feeling like a special vibe in here. So if you're here to have your advice, this is like the starting point, possible starting key, you know, to your maze. I see many labyrinths. I'm hypnotized by this beautiful lady. And divine getaway, so some sort of divine portal for you to see right now. But let's use some tarots to have, you know, a look at the situation, and then finally we're using, in the end, you know, some other tarots to have the advice and the dice as a key, final key. So to see if it is resonating, what is happening here. We have Justice, the Death card, Major Arcana. How many? We have the Eight of Swords, and we do also have the Knave of Pentacles is the Page. Back of the deck, we have Five of Pentacles. That in here, you see there is a door open, but usually it's for abandonment. Someone that is feeling isolated or excluded. So I'm feeling like the energies in here are very specific. Wow. Some kind of refusal. Some kind of refusal in here. Something that is excluded. I don't know if it is you or other people that are excluded or felt or are feeling like that. Justice is very, yeah, for papers. So I feel like we have a possible low matter in here open that is coming to, you know, a way out, no matter what is the way out. But I'm feeling like something is being on a scale right now at the moment. We have a head and then we have a heart. I think something very opposite is happening. Maybe you have someone that you are, you know, battling against, and I feel like we have this termination. So also the Death card is for sure for some kind of renewal of the self. Could be that you are making, or your illusions pile number 2 come into light, and then have new eyes, new perspective on people that are surrounding you, on information that were missed somewhere, and right now you have on some kind of facts, you know, events. And I feel like with this 8 of Swords, it's like you're seeing no way out, because I feel like you have heavy energies on you, and I don't know if you were rejected or you ignored some offers, someone, and you excluded from your life. But I feel like this time is going to be a big deal, you know. Also because you're feeling like the situation is bringing some Page. So Page are very childish and naive sometimes. So their faculties and skills are not still trained. And that's why they're so messy and not precise in the actions or energies they're giving off. It seems like to me a starter kick, you know, to something, but just a kick. So I want more detail about it. Pile number 1. We have Temperance. We have the 2 of Swords right here next to the Death card. We have the 2 of Cups. And then we have the 7 of Cups, also in pile 1. 5 of Swords, very conflicted also. This is like conflict can be with someone, or it can be also very, and then we have, wow, the back of the deck, the 9 of Swords. I'm feeling like you're not having very beautiful time right now. And the Divine Gateway represent the key, I mean the starting point, but also I'm feeling like some sort of wish from your higher self to free you. I'm feeling like you're grasping air. So I feel like you feel like very heavy situations right now, and you are divided, you're very conflicted, you're mind twisted, and you suffer from insomnia, and you do not sleep very well. For some of you, very nervous, very agitated, and not seeing a way out, a possible way out, because you have many heavy energies from the Arcana on yourself, but there is Temperance. So even though in the background there is a lot of grieving, a lot of confusion, I would say, because we have Pentacles, we have Cups, and then we have... So it's a range of emotion that is very big in here, dear explorer. So I'm feeling like pile 2, in here, there is a big mess. I'm feeling like some of those are feelings, some of those are very, you know, facts, real facts. And some other are just thoughts and conflicts that you're having in your mind. So I'm feeling like in here, a way possible, a way that you maybe know that is there is like Temperance, so healing. It's like healing from something, to terminate something, to end something. And yes, for sure, you're conflicted because sometimes our egos are feeling very comfortable in very toxic patterns. And I'm feeling like we love to have habits. And also if your brain memorize those habits, it's very easy for you to stay where you are, and the way you are is much more difficult to accept that certain things are to end. and that are not meant for us, for you, pile number 2. So I'm feeling like in here, this could be you also on this scale, you know? Not only the situation from the outside, also the inside. And I feel like this is an attempt to heal, and it's a very beautiful starting point, but in the opening is like, there is a chance, it's there, you know it's there. You know that the divine gateway is in front of your eyes. It's just that you need to calm down, just a little bit, slow down. Because you have many so a decision needs to be made, brought up. I'm feeling like with all the balance and equilibrium that you know that you make happen. I mean, it's just in your hand, but right now seems to be in your head, you know, but also in your heart. So you want equal things, and you have many options. So I really want to see, you know, some other tarots for you, dear explorer pile 2. What's the advice on your situation? So those are general details. I hope that you take only the things that apply to your case. The word. Okay. The High Priestess. Ace of Cups. The Hanged Man. Very beautiful reading. This is getting very emotional for me. And then we have the Seven of Cups again. Many times it's coming out. I don't know where to put it in here. So this is your advice, pile 2. I'm grabbing, like, in here the message is, listen, so if you have many papers to sign, you know that is for healing something, to let go something. So it must be very useful to take your position, you know, decision as well. You have the word, so a cycle has been completed in here. So I feel like you're at the culmination, but at the same time, after the culmination, there is this end, and you don't feel ever prepared to that, but sometimes it happens, and this is sound like your case, pile 2. I feel like the High Priestess, using the ability of the High Priestess with this 2 of Swords, and the Death card is like, connect more your brain with your intuition. It's all about intuition, all emotional things. So just leave to one side all the anxieties, all these sleepless nights and thoughts and burdens. They are entangling you. They are, you know, choking you. They're bringing you away oxygen. So free yourself. You are at the end of something. Yes, there is a culmination and many efforts because you've been working hard, and right now is like, in your advice, time to see your harvest and to understand, to have a better and more psychic understanding of yourself, you know. Feel more connected with the self, because in here also there is some sort of warning. So for sure, from the 8 of Swords to the 2 of Cups, I mean, you're not desiring the Ace of Cups. You want to, so a couple, but in here, this is a reminder for us to say yes, but before the number 2, it's coming number 1. So do not forget to make all the steps required, baby steps, to make your choice, you know, because you have many options. You know that you have many options. You're fantasizing a lot with many cups, with emotions, but don't get lost in there. So I'm feeling like right now you are able to see, but I'm feeling like in the beginning you were like stuck, pile 2, in this entangled situation. But with the Hanged Man in the closing of this thread, you know, as one of the possible keys, the Word, the High Priestess, and the Hanged Man, 3 major arcana, so many major arcana. So this is going to be, must be very static, you know, a very stabilized situation or position you felt in. But I'm feeling like right now, you know, you have many gifts and options, you know, resources also. And the best resource in here is for sure inactivity, whenever you're undecided, and not thinking, but listening to yourself. following your intuition. This is like the last key and piece of the puzzle for you, pile 2. Let me know if it is resonating. It was so intense. The Hanged Man. So it doesn't matter if you're feeling like upside down. Maybe you really need to have this position physically to feel it, you know. Don't be afraid. Very intense. Mind the volume, so I'm using dices right now. I'm trying them to see the final key, you know, with the divine getaway. So the answer is that the key is there, you know. Okay, it's okay. It's something, it happened to be like that. So from one side, we do have a cloud with a lot of, you know, traps. And then we have this engineering, you know, mindset, entrepreneurial reactions. So I feel like you are in between emotions and thinking. And the key in here is to combine them, because I feel like you are divided like this. I don't know which way to put it. I don't know. And this is your getaway, okay? So it was very intense, beautiful pile 2. I hope that you received your message and new perspective on this. So thank you for spending your time with me. If you're part of the tribe, thank you twice. And if you want to join our energies and stay in the flow, you can also find many buttons and a bell, you know. So thank you again. You have my blessings with your beautiful decision. And I hope to see you the next time. Bye. Hello, beautiful explorer. How are you today? Welcome to your adventure. So this is clearing your space. Let's keep it in the center of your reading. So what's the advice on your situation? This is the question we're asking today together. I'm feeling like with clearing your space is like you have a lot to think about or to take care about. I feel like this could be the starting point that while you are clearing your space, or this could be the key to your maze today. So some sort of message for you. But let's see together. I'm feeling like it's crowded for you right now, and it's like you want to claim your own space also, and you're doing it in the most the sweetest way possible by clearing the hair, clearing your space, clearing your ideas and mind. I'm feeling like you're making such a cleaning, such a cleaning vibe. I don't know how many are they? Too many. Those 4, okay. So we'll accept it. So those are the opening card of this maze of your adventure. We have a Knight of Swords and a Queen of Cups. Very mixed, you know, a lot of variety. We also have a Page of Cups. Those are the energy of the situation. And then we are reading another line of tarots, and then I'm going to use our tarots for your advice in here. Sorry, this is the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. We have all the elements, very rich situation. No major arcana, so it's a depiction of the moment for me. In here, I'm feeling like your heart is moving in another direction. So it's like we do have feminine and masculine. You see the colors. And I feel like this queen is looking at us, and the Knight is looking somewhere else, is like moving somewhere else, you know, the movement of the horse. And she's there standing very beautifully, very proud of herself, very supportive queen. So I feel like emotion against mindset. So your mind may play tricks on you sometimes. And this is what we call how to sabotage. It's like you're sabotaging yourself sometimes. But I'm feeling like in here, your mind doesn't want to collaborate. This is like also for when you're resting, you're taking your time to sleep, you know. And this is a beautiful rabbit, if you see it. It's like you're taking your time. He's, or it is, still standing like the queen. We're trying to balance something in here. So there is some generosity coming from you or another person. It's like someone is helping some other people. And I don't know which side are you in. Page is very childish, you know, is a very genuine figure for sure, very naive sometimes, and a beginner in life. So also with emotional feels. So maybe this is like your desire or your inner self. I feel like also some sort of inactivity, and at the same time, the Three of Wands is like conquering the world. So it's a globe. If you see there, we have 3 wands in here, very lively, growing, you know, and making something beautiful and gorgeous. And in here we do have a city or a realm, something very big. And this is like an ambition card also for career, for emotions. I feel like you're feeling very ambitious. You know you want to move your own way, but you are moving very slowly. So I want more tarots for you, pile 3. We have a 9 of Swords. It's like you're conflicted. Again, the 2 of Swords. Wow. We do have the 8 of Swords, and we do have the 6 of Cups. This one. The Chariot. I'm feeling like pile 3, you are unable to see a solution in this situation to take your decision. You have many swords, and it's like they're opposite to your emotions, you know, my dear. So this is like summing up all the energies for me. So there is your heart, there is on one side, and the other one is your mind, your thoughts, your thought fields, you know, also fantasies, communication, creativity in some way, curiosity that is blocked. 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Let me tell you, a lot of anxiety that I do perceive. You're very anxious to have your answer, to move to your direction, to activate yourself, to exchange in some way what's happening and to reciprocate, because I feel like your heart is like a beginning step, and the mind is saying no for the moment, is resting, you know, and I feel like you want to move throughout these 3 of Wands. And I feel like the other energies, more innerish, are speaking of someone who is having sleepless night, many problems, perceiving the situation, feeling the situation is just, you have a lot of anxiety in here and insomnia. So something very heavy that is twisting your mind. So it's like white and black, so dark. I feel like you're handling a situation, but you know you have a decision to make regarding this exchange. And I feel like you don't want to move because you're feeling stuck. So yes, you're resting, but it's because you put yourself in this situation of Swords. So it's self-sabotage. It's like this Knight of Swords is sabotaging with the mindset and thoughts and ideas, and those are very important. They have a weight for us, you know. It's sabotaging this Queen. And then we do have a 3, and then we have a 6. A 4, we have a 8, you know. So it's like you're trying to balance, but something is much more deeper in here. So regarding this 3 of Wands, we do have a 6 of Cups. So that's why I want to advise. So this is like nostalgia. I feel like you feel like you're losing something, but at the same time, with clearing your space, I'm feeling like the space of your brain, of your subconscious part, I'm feeling, okay? Because in here, the Chariot is like you desire to move. You want to move. It's like you want to move, and you know your direction is like you're trying to balance yourself, and you know there is a way out. But at the same time, it's like you are not able to see it, because many thoughts are you know, using your space and they are consuming you. But don't let that happen, okay? So I want an advice for you on this situation. 3 of Pentacles. Wow. We do have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Death card. And then this one. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles, much more balanced. The back of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so dear pile number 3, I don't know if this is a love reading in some kind of case. It could be that we are speaking about a relationship, but those energies are of the tribe, so general, okay? So you apply to your case. For some of you, it could be really easy, or this could be work offer, because we also have many pentacles in here. So I don't know. This Ace of Cups is a beautiful offer. It's very of creativity, of imagination, of emotions. Many projects are coming, very prolific, very full of ideas, project point of views on things, very free, supporting each other. So I feel like a collaboration also. This is like speaking of a possible collaboration. So maybe the idea in here is like try to think about it as a team. When you do things very precisely and you are an hard worker and you think for also for other people, not being selfish. And the King of Pentacles is very generous, very slow energy, very heavy energies, very earth signs. And I'm feeling like King of Pentacles is for stability, roots, gardening, cooking, and cuddling with family, and gathering people around him to feast, to celebrate the abundance of life, of the harvest, of, you know, the year, very financial oriented as well. And also Death card in here, dear explorer, is saying, yes, but how many swords do you have in your mind? So it's time to cut off, to let go of something, to renew, to come back to your skeleton, to the essentials. No more illusions, no more travel tripping. Go in the right direction right now. It's time to cut off things, you know, to hand things that are not necessary in this situation and position. I'm feeling like beautiful offer, and also 2 of Pentacles. So it's like trying to balance in a much more, it's like trying to conciliate and integrate the ambition of something and also the nostalgic vibe, very childish, full of life, and beautiful and gentle words and actions toward life and people. Maybe a special person too, or occasion, you know. And I'm feeling like you're trying to balancing something here with the Chariot as well before moving. So this is like some hints to think more about how can you clear your spaces, you know, and create your own space. So be more involved in the group and in teamwork, you know, a team. Bring in more stability to your life. Cut out things that are not more necessary, and also trying to balance 2 sides of yourself that are trying to, not to struggle against each other, but right now it seems so, because you want to move. This is like a determination card. So let's have a final key in here. If it is resonating, pile number 3. Was very intense. Was very intense. What is the key? Okay. So I consider that as a little bit less sweet than a sword. I'm feeling like I'm laughing because life is very, you know, funny sometimes. And I'm feeling like with this in the middle of your maze is representing something that you need to cut, something that is not required, is not balancing you, is not helping, and is like clearing your spaces. This is how taking your own reins on your chariot, you know, standing fierce on your throne, cutting the illusions and the bad thoughts on your mind, balancing things, managing things, you know, jiggling, juggling, but just trying to keep it together and united, and clear the things that, you know, you don't need. So this is a possible key. I hope that something is resonating, dear explorer and Pan 3. So thank you very much for staying, and I hope to see you soon.